studied in Lund, at Lund University. And after completing my studies, I worked for one of the biggest consulting companies in Denmark as a Swedish lawyer for international projects. So I have a very broad background, actually, legal background. After 5 years of working as a lawyer for in European institutions, actually, I moved back to Sweden and started my own consulting company or law office. And my specialization was initially immigration law. Mm-hmm. And within immigration law, you face quite a lot of situations. You meet a lot of people with special needs, I would say, that they move from one country to another country. They also move their businesses, and they need a trusted legal advisor in different aspects. Then after, I think around 8 years ago, even more, 9 years ago, we also started a company in Spain. And we provide legal services as well here in Spain for investment projects, mostly real estate investment, and immigration, of course, golden visa, for example, immigration. So here we have also a broad scope of clients that need help in different areas of law, actually. So how did I come across the idea to dedicate myself also to blockchain? It's very easy because I believe it is a future.
Yeah.
And also I have more and more clients that actually need legal advice in questions related to blockchain. For example, NFTs.
Yes.
Legal compliance. These are the most important questions that I get. But I feel like there is a very little possibility to find a good educational portal for a lawyer in this sphere. It's very difficult to find a good education at all, actually. So I made an investigation, and it took time. And I got recommended through our network, professional network, to contact you with the possibility to join Blockchain Legal Institute. So I'm here with you right now.
No, we're excited to have you. So you had mentioned that you practice in more than one country. Do you find that the laws are changing in both of those countries? Or I know the EU is making a very big impact on a lot of things, but how has your practice evolved or changed because of the fact that you're in more than one country?
Well, if we compare Spain and Sweden, it's a huge difference.
Yeah.
Although those countries are within EU, what is in common is that the authorities in both countries are very restrictive as concerns questions related to blockchain and cryptocurrency, especially, as you understand. So our clients face normally a lot of difficulties to open crypto wallets, Also, the banks are very, very difficult in both countries. And sometimes it's even exaggerated, because they don't allow you to open, like to make a transaction at all from your own bank account using your own money. They just call you and say that maybe it's a fraud. So we consider that you are subjected to a fraud. So we need to do some checks. And of course, it's a huge difficulty. Then also, in terms of development of blockchain, Sweden is at much higher level than Spain. Actually, as a lawyer, I am using daily blockchains. Yes, and it's a huge advantage because it saves your time a lot. It's transparent, and it's trustworthy, actually. I don't know if you really know how it works in Sweden for to be a lawyer and represent the clients and communicate with the authorities on a blockchain. But I just want to give a hint. It's a lot of platforms which Swedish authorities elaborated. It is blockchain, actually, including I cannot tell you exactly the year, but actually, as far as I know, the first authority ever that implemented blockchain, it was Swedish Lantmäteriet. This is the authority that is responsible for it's like landmark authorities, landmark registration authority. Swedish, let me say, then I know that the Swedish Migration Board, which I work a lot with, implemented this system for quite years ago as well. The courts, they're more conservative, but it was actually years ago.
Amazing. That's amazing. Because I'm doing research on the legal system here in the States. So it will be interesting. The report will be done by next September. So it'll be very interesting to find out the knowledge base as I'm talking to various people within the courts of the use of the technology and what their expectations are and that type of thing. So it'll be interesting to come back to you in September and sort of do a comparison. So what kind of clients are you looking to support, or can you support? Because I know that the Blockchain Legal Institute is both a library of resources as well as a place for members to network and to support others that are joining it. So what kind of clients are you looking for or can help?
We have actually existing clients that need our help. At least two companies, Swedish companies, that are interested in developing of NFTs. So actually, also, of course, private clients that need advice on regulatory compliance as well. Yes, but and also companies that need a lawyer to draft or review smart contracts as well.
So where do you see your practice developing or going? Where, what do you see the future for your practice?
I want my practice to follow the technology development, of course. I don't want to be behind as a lawyer, like going to the court, printing out a lot of papers, signing the contracts in front of a public notary. no, I don't want this. I want to follow the development as a professional, as a lawyer, and I want to be able to give professional legal advice to the clients. So I really want to develop as a lawyer in this direction.
So
if I had chance to
explore the Blockchain Legal Institute.
Explore the blockchain, yes, actually, I did. And I also watched a few videos, your interviews with very interesting persons on YouTube as well. And I also saw the coming events as well, which you offer right now.
Yes.
Well, I used to work, as I told you, initially with a regulative part quite a lot before. But now I only work from the client's perspective. Yes.
Okay. So.
And I'm also a member of, well, I've just become a member of Nordic blockchain.
Blockchain, yes. Yes, the Nordic blockchain. We are, let me go back to the front page. We are, we just announced our partnership with them. And I don't know if my page moved and if you can see it, but the Nordic blockchain is here, right here.
I don't know how to step up and where to start.
Challenge of education. I mean, that's also, I think you might be aware, but if not, I'll share. I've written a number of books, the Bitcoin Cinderella and the Seven Dwarves, and a number of other books, because I wanted to kind of educate families and children and others about the blockchain terminology, and maybe not the coding side for hackathons, but just in general what the principles are. So what's kind of going through my mind is, here the court system is using blockchain, but the lawyers who are in the community are still not, there's not an educational avenue for them to learn or understand about this. So I'm surprised that on the one side there's been to help the application of it.
Yeah, definitely. And I will be happy to connect you.
Yes.
Because I think that lawyers need this education, need these resources. It was very difficult for me to find the right way, whom to contact, and you are actually the first contact point.
Do you have what's going on with artificial intelligence in your community? What's, are there regulations dealing with that as well?
Yes, but I would not go into this issue right now. Thank you very much, and we keep in touch.